Good morning and welcome to Around the Table with Dan and Ann this fine Monday, April the 14th. Dan.
Yes.
How you doing?
Doing fine. How are you, Ann?
Are you jamming over there?
I'm jamming.
Now, this little thing's blocking my view of you, and that's kind of squirrely to me. What are you doing?
The microphone is droopy.
Y'all look at his droopy mic. You know what? I kind of hate it when that happens.
Yeah.
And that thing will pop. Did somebody take the tape off?
No, it's about to come out. Though.
Oh.
Everything's being held together by, paper clips and
duct tape.
Duct tape.
Literally.
Literally, yeah.
Duct
We got
tape
some duct
on
tape.
Well, we won't go into that.
Oh, I had a relaxing weekend.
Did you? I thought you were going to. I thought you were going to Spring Hill. You told me you were going to look at Hardy or something to look at your brother-in-law's house.
Oh yeah, we did that.
You did?
Yeah, we went. Yeah, he's building. He bought a kit. A big house. I mean, well, it's not huge, but it's a one level. It's like 30 by 50 or 60 or something like that. And he bought a kit, and it all came in pieces, and he just put it together.
Okay, but you were talking about it being on stilts. You were talking about a house being on
No.
stilts. That's what I'm talking about.
That's her other brother.
That's where I thought you were going.
Well, we were planning to go there, but they met us for lunch, and they just told us all about it, showed us pictures. So, yeah, the water got up about a foot or two before it took over.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he had a little building, little storage building underneath, and it just floated up and ripped around and lost all of it. He had like 4 canoes and lost his canoes.
Wow.
And, yeah.
Well, you that's the one I knew about, and then she has a brother, or Kelly has a brother that also built his house.
He's building it, yeah.
He's building
it. In the process of building it. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Cool. So
yeah.
you had a good weekend?
Yeah, and then yesterday we worked in the yard, wore ourselves out.
Y'all, the pollen content.
Oh my gosh.
It's like
it's horrible.
Me. I sang at that thing yesterday at the Catholic church, and I'm telling you, it's just like you have to fight when your voice is your instrument. It's very delicate. Mm-hmm. So this kind of weather just really.
It's not like putting a new string on a guitar. I mean, you got to deal with your throat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all that stuff, all that crap that's floating around in there.
If y'all happen to miss it, there'll be other opportunities. Just saying. But anyway, okay, so you had a good weekend. I had an uneventful weekend. It was nice.
Uneventful?
Yeah, I didn't make it to Mountain Home to the play. I really wanted to, but it just didn't work out that way.
Yeah.
And I hope that they did well. And I know there was a comedian here in Harrison that
evidently
had a
went
good
over
show.
Pretty good. I went on to his, or somebody sent me a link. And do you want to explain this?
What?
The process that he came here?
I don't know it.
He's a comedian.
Yes.
Oh, and there was a video that he put out a month or so ago. He's a black comedian.
Yeah.
And he heard all of this crap about
Rhetoric.
about Harrison, Arkansas. He says, by golly, if somebody will set up a venue for me, I will come there and do my comedy show.
Well, there you go, and that's how it happened.
Yes, and he came, and I think it's posted on our page, isn't it? The link.
I doubt it.
Anyway, I'll put it up there. Anyway, he does a little testimonial on Harrison after the fact, after he came, and he didn't just come and do his show. He came and interacted with people.
He
hung out, went out to eat, and met with some people, and met the different levels of people that live here. And he was
very complimentary.
Quite impressed with the people.
And I read some dialogue this morning about, Harrison was on their best behavior. And I think these people are talking and they have no clue what they are rapping about.
Why do you need to be on your best behavior? The people
be you.
The people that want to make a point are going to be on their worst behavior.
Yeah.
So you got to deal with the good and the bad.
Right.
And he saw a lot more good than bad.
Well, that's
we
good.
live in a beautiful place here.
We do.
With all the crap that's been tried to be drudged up from nothing.
Yes.
So, and I take offense to all that anyway.
I know.
People are people.
Right. And I take offense to the fact that your whole community can get lumped into one bad experience.
Yeah.
And then people say that place. Well, I'm part of that place. Yeah. I'm not that person, and that just irritates the crap. Well, I'm not going to get on my high horse there.
It's all about. Well, I don't want to go dig into
it's
deeper.
arrogance partly,
Yeah.
but okay.
Yeah. You can go 100 miles in every direction and go to a town, and they got the same stuff going on.
Yeah.
So Harrison is not any different than any
Right.
place else.
Right.
Matter of fact, I think we're a lot better than some places. So
Well, there you go.
yeah.
There you go, Danny boy. Well, Richard mowed. It needed it. It was time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this morning I'm up researching stuff on what can I plant right now that's not too risky as far as, the weather is always
Right.
kind of unpredictable in April.
Okay.
Still.
What's good, a
I
good
want to
thing to
plant
live?
lettuce. I really want to grow some lettuce
Okay.
because I eat a lot of salad, but I have never had any luck with it. So,
Well, it gets eaten up pretty. If you don't.
well, you can rotate. I think you can plant more later. You know what I mean, and keep a crop going.
Oh,
I hope.
What I mean is it gets eaten up by bugs. Lettuce is and they
Buggy.
get down into the head of the thing, inside the head, and then
gross.
you don't know what's going on until you break it open.
Do you ever use? You don't garden.
No.
Diatomaceous earth. That's one that's made of little crumbled up glass, and it will kill bugs supposedly,
Okay.
and it's natural, and you just have to wash your stuff like you should anyway. So I'm gonna try it again. Basil's the only thing I can get to grow worth of crap.
You try tomatoes?
I have, and it may be the brand I'm buying. I've
really?
read some
Okay.
things about a certain brand, which I won't throw under the bus, but I'm going to try a different brand
Yeah.
of tomatoes because I just don't have a lot of luck with tomatoes.
Yeah.
Seems like.
Well, I had a potato patch down in the lower field. It was a
Popo patch?
popo patch. Yeah, it was big.
What? Can you say that again?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I got potatoes out of there years later.
Really?
Well, you keep
you
keep digging them up, and they keep coming up.
You have to have deep soil to do that.
Well, my lower pasture is it's in the lowest part because there's a low water bridge close by.
Uh-huh.
So it's if you
Perfect.
you can go on to the soil conservation website, and it will show maps of the areas where you live, and it will show you what kind of soil it is
Really?
and if it's good or not. Yeah.
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, and
We
it's-
do a trough, like a feed trough.
Yeah.
Is how so it's a raised bed, but you can only go about yay deep, and I don't know, there's certain things that they want their root system to go further down. I
Okay.
think, but anyway, anywho, it's
Anywho.
gardening. It's not even gardening 101. It's like gardening for beginners every year. It's a new beginning.
No beginning for you.
Yes,
Do you plant with seeds, or do you go get the plant?
I've been doing the plants, but as like my
Well-
tomato plants, I've not been super happy. I've tried seedlings. It was too
I would-
volatile.
Yeah, I would think that the plants would do better than the seeds.
Yeah, that's my thought.
So-
Anyway,
Yeah, we got the chickens out of the bathtub.
good.
They're about this big. Got them in their
There's-
home, and they're happy. I guess they're like, "Where are we now?"
Right?
So-
They'll be fine.
Yeah, they're fine.
I have some eggs that I'm incubating.
Are they
handled
Are they
those.
Are they inking?
Yes, because you can see the yolk move. You can see when you
Oh.
candle them. So we tossed one because there was nothing going on, and 3 are iffy. So we'll see
You
how
might
many
have
we
been
end up
taking a
with.
nap. Don't be
No,
doing
no,
that.
no, 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 no. You could tell it just wasn't. There was no viability in there. If there was, it's gone now.
He was a nugget.
Yeah, he was a nugget that I didn't want to eat. Hey, let's talk a little bit about the weather. How about it?
Okay, where is it?
Well, you know what? I was
Where's the
expecting
weather?
sunshine today
Well,
after yesterday. and
It
it's
looked
not
like
here.
it was going to rain this morning.
I know, right?
Scary a little
I think
bit.
we have some chances of rain this week or next week.
Okay.
But today is partly cloudy with a high of 73. There are wind gusts possibles up to 20 miles per hour. And then tonight, cloudy, then gradually clearing toward daybreak with a low of 42. Tuesday, sunny with a high of 65. Tuesday night, mostly clear with a low of 41. Wednesday, mostly sunny with a high of 72. Light south wind, and they're going to increase into about 20 miles per hour gusts. Wednesday night, partly cloudy with a low of 54. And then let you take Thursday.
Thursday, sunny, high near 81 with 30 mile per hour winds. It was really gusty yesterday. Thursday night, low 63. with some more gusty winds up to 30 miles per hour. And then Friday, 20% chance of rain after 1 p.m., partly sunny with a high near 82. Doesn't seem like it's going to do much, but we never know. Friday night, low 59 with a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms possible. Saturday and Sunday, the high is going to be in the mid-70s, lower 70s, with a 60% chance of rain. So it looks like we may get some weekend weather.
We may.
In the wet kind.
Let me tell you, I wish they would grade my road, but it's just going to rain some more. But it's like.
Since you mentioned that, next week we're going to talk about that.
On
our topic to ponders.
Okay.
Because I'm not happy with my road.
Uh-huh.
I've always been happy with my road, but I'm not happy with it now.
Okay.
It's just, they come out and they just...
Sort of, do they grade?
No.
What do they
just
do?
They spot, and they don't grade like they used to.
No, they don't. It's just top.
They just top it. Oh, we're just going to put a little topper on it.
And they can put gravel on there as well, but it's all going to wash away and be rutted up again.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the fix is, but pave it. That'll probably be one. Well, that's
we'll
not
find
happen.
out. We'll find out next week.
Yes.
I'm planning.
You're already thinking ahead. Are you going to do this when you're gone at times?
You want me to? You do.
Topic,
yeah. I may.
I'm glad that you do the whole flipping thing, Dan.
Yeah.
All right. How about we ponder
Let's do
something? Okay.
Get up, get moving, get those thinking caps on. It's time to ponder this topic.
Oh, Dan. What are your 3 favorite things to eat?
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, you have. Do you know what they are?
I like Reuben sandwiches.
Wow, that's at the top. Is that your top? Okay.
I mean, if we go out to eat somewhere,
that's what you get?
I look for the Reuben. I just like the sauerkraut and the
that makes you gassy, you know.
Well, so there's benefits all the way around. I like that. I like my favorite dessert is probably I like a German chocolate cake.
Okay.
Yeah, I like German chocolate cake.
German chocolate cake. The only thing I don't like about that is the coconut.
I was going to say I could do without the cake part. I just eat the icing. Just eat
Dude,
it.
I did that for my husband's birthday.
Yeah.
I skipped the cake. I made a
just
big
made
thing of icing.
Big thing of icing. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
then third.
Let's see. Probably I like watermelon.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't have any. Did we have? Yeah, we had watermelon last year. I like watermelon. It just came to my mind.
Have you ever grown watermelon or tried to?
No, you have to have sandy soil.
Yeah, it didn't do well for me.
Yeah,
my chickens liked it. If you want to put a watermelon plant in, then just feed it to your chickens. They love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
what do you think? You thought about it?
Alfredo's one. That's one of my favorites.
Chicken Alfredo?
It's not something. These are not meals, or these are not dishes that I would want to even eat every day.
I want to take out the German chocolate cake and put in shrimp.
Yeah, well, okay.
I love shrimp.
Okay.
I love seafood.
There you go.
Okay.
You like seafood and eat it?
If I could have a little coconut with it, I'd be fine.
Italian,
it's
like
sauerkraut.
Specifically, gross. Alfredo, and then crab legs. That's a big one. But again, this is not something I want to eat every day by any means. But they are. And then probably, oh gosh, I want to say chocolate in general, but I don't like every kind of chocolate. But chocolate cake or my birthday cake was always something my grandma made up, and it's called Ann's Fresh Orange Cake, and that has to be one. And I get it every year because Richard will make it for me, and it's one of my favorites. But it's only once a year, so that's a treat, which is coming up pretty quick. So yay me! I'm going to get my orange cake.
Well, I'm
Anyway.
going to read some comments.
Okay, please.
The topic to ponder is what are 3 of your favorite things to eat? Leslie King says homemade tamales.
Oh,
that sounds good.
Them?
Huh?
I'm trying to find a pen. Do you have one over there?
Yeah, got all kinds of pens.
Do you have an extra?
Yeah. Oh, here you go.
No, I don't want that one. That one's gross. Not this one. Thank you.
Homemade tamales, cheeseburgers, and Rice Krispie treats.
Wow, you're easy to tamales. Now, homemade tamales, I don't know
Those
how
are
hard
good.
that is to make, though.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
what was the second one?
cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburgers. I'd take a good cheeseburger, too.
Yeah.
From a greasy dive.
Now, my wife Kelly, I'd forgotten about how great her guacamole is, but she makes, oh my gosh, homemade guacamole, anything Italian, and cheese.
Oh, and cheese.
She loves all kinds of cheese.
Okay, cool.
Yep. And then her aunt, who lives in Florida, says cheeseburger, avocado, and vanilla ice cream.
Oh, the old ice cream. Are you you like ice cream?
I like ice cream in the summertime. I don't eat it very much in the winter.
I'm not addicted to ice cream by any means.
Yeah. And then Emily Church says chicken nuggets, pasta, and peanut butter and jelly.
Chicken nuggets and peanut butter and jelly. Okay.
And then Jeannie Waters, we've had her on the show a couple times. Anything chocolate, chicken, and steak.
Okay.
Now, what I want to do is I want everybody to look at what they just put down and say, put those into one dish and eat it that way.
That's your challenge.
Could you?
That is your challenge. I could do mine. Well, no, I couldn't. I don't want to put a cake in the middle of my crab leg Alfredo.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Well, our topic to ponder is up. And go to our Facebook page at Around the Table and answer that question.
Thank you. Thank you for participating.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Let's do some history now, Dan.
All righty.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
We're doomed to repeat ourselves, so let's find out what happened today in history.
Women and children first, and of course that meant my uncle was lost. We were put in a lifeboat and lowered down the side of the ship, which is like going down a skyscraper.
113 years ago today, on its maiden voyage, the Titanic struck an iceberg in the North Atlantic. The ship sank a few hours later the next day, killing some 1,500 of the more than 2,200 on board. Marshall Drew, who would live until 1986, was 8 years old when he was rescued from the Titanic. Decades later, he remembered. Wow.
We just watched a show yesterday on Discovery about they've come up with a new they went down with a drone or submersible or whatever.
Yeah.
And they scanned the whole wreckage.
Oh.
Into a 3D image.
Really?
High definition 3D. And it shows what it would look like if you were there without the restriction of water and all that stuff.
Interesting.
It was amazing. Very good.
Where did you see that?
It was on Discovery. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go. How about you do number 2? We can't play.
Can't play. Okay. 65 years ago today, the musical Bye Bye Birdie opened on Broadway. One of the hits on that was One Last Kiss from the original cast recording.
I don't know how it goes. Just yodeling. All right.
Touchdown. Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful.
44 years ago today, the first test flight of America's first operational space shuttle, the Columbia, ended successfully with a landing at Edwards Air Force Base in California. Okay.
Today, we have done what we had to do. If necessary, we shall do it again.
This was 39 years ago today. President Reagan announced the U.S. planes had bombed Libya in retaliation of what the U.S. said was Libya's role in the terrorist bombing a few days earlier on a West Berlin disco. Due to the time difference, it was actually April 15th in Libya when the raid took place.
Okay.
The rescue operation is still going on. People are still being dug out of the rubble of houses.
15 years ago today, a magnitude 7 earthquake in a remote Tibetan region of China killed some 2,700 people and injured more than 10,000. Francis Marcus with the Red Cross said rescuers were frantically trying to find survivors. I can't imagine. What a mess.
So you play the cello, Dorota. That's nice. And who's your favorite composer? Chopin, really? Well, you'll have to learn to play his cello sonata, won't you?
52 years ago today, actor Adrian Brody was born. He won his second Oscar this year for Best Actor for The Brutalist. He took home his first in 2003 for his leading role in The Pianist, or The Pianist.
The Pianist.
So what is it with vampires and clothes?
You always think the march of fashion stopped dead the day you did.
48 years ago today, actress Sarah Michelle Gellar was born. You know her best as Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And that was a clip from that show.
Am I pretty?
Olive, you are the most beautiful girl in the whole world.
Yeah, you're just saying that.
Well, you got to say that to a little girl.
Well, of course.
Well, and they're all pretty.
Yes, they are.
They're all pretty. 29 years ago today, this is a birthday cut. Actress Abigail Breslin was born. She was nominated for an Oscar for the Best Supporting Actress in her role in Little Miss Sunshine.
Little Miss Sunshine.
It's so pretty.
With that note, we will have Wanda Massengale in here in just a few minutes with the pet of the week, which is a little Maltese.
Okay.
If you know what that is, it's dog.
I do.
Okay. So we invite you to stay with us. We're going to go to break, and when we return, we'll have Wanda with us. Stay with us.
And Hometown TV, Channel 26.1.
Well, mine's supposed to come in this week.
Hey, and welcome back to Around the Table. We want to let everybody know that this show is sponsored by Stone Bank.
Boulder Banking.
Boulder Banking.
We have a representative.
We do.
Coming on Friday to talk about Stone Bank.
And also, Phase 4 of downtown Branson's streetscape work is in progress, and it's on West Main Street, and they've closed that. So, but Dick's Five and Dime is open and giving away 100 gift certificates every week. And this week's winners are Aisley Latchney from Louisiana. I guess they were just passing through.
I guess so.
And then Nancy Chance from Illinois. They were passing through, I would assume, too. And then Beth Summers from Arizona. Robin Monosmith from West Virginia, and then Barbara Hines from Missouri. You could be one of the next winners if you just get down and register at Dick's Five and Dime right there in Branson, Missouri.
Well, there you go, Dan.
Yep.
Nice job on that. More important, well, I'm not going to say more importantly, but right now in the studio we have a special guest. And this little guest is awfully cute, and his name's Little Bit. It's a her.
Her.
It's a she, and her name is Little Bit. But we have Wanda Massengale representing the Ozark Humane Society, and she's brought Little Bit with her. So tell us all about Little Bit.
Well, Little Bit has been at the shelter for about a week. She was found running loose at the state line between Arkansas and Missouri.
She got away from somebody.
Well, she's really matted, and they've clipped her. So I'm not sure if she was someone dumped her or, I mean, I have no clue. They have no clue.
Right.
They have to get her checked to see if she's fixed. Her adoption fee is $75.
Oh, look at her.
I asked the age, and this is where I don't agree. And do I know for sure? No.
Why would they say that?
I asked the age. They said probably about 10. The way this thing moves and talks and active, I
wonder if they look at their teeth and that type of thing to
I don't
find
know.
out.
But that doesn't always mean
no,
anything.
that doesn't mean.
No.
Because someone may not have taken care of her, fed her what she needed, give her treats to chew on to keep her teeth cleaned or brushed. So
she seems pretty feisty.
She is very feisty. That's why the 10 years old is not
stretching it.
Yeah, I mean, and I could be wrong, but chasing her in the hallways here and getting her her activity in my car, I don't know about 10.
Well, she does have white hair, though. I mean, that could have throw a lot of people off.
Malteses are, but
gray hair, old, Sorry.
Well, at least
you are a walking representative of that.
At least we have hair.
I'm at least 10 years old, but in dog years.
At least we have hair.
This is true.
Oh.
Adoption numbers are really pretty sad, actually. 1 dog, 1 cat.
For the month of April already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 29 dogs in house, 8 cats, 37.
Okay, there have been higher numbers than that, so that's
100.
not a terrible number, although there's been a low adoption rate at this point.
Oh, can you remember at 726 when we'd say 110?
Yeah.
Okay, so volunteers are needed at Calls for Paws.
Oh, okay.
Affordable Vet Clinic, 7 South in Harrison, is doing the Bissell Pet Foundation, $25 non-refundable. Call for appointment. Their dates are May 8th, 21st, and 29th, and non-refundable, of course, on no shows.
Right.
I got this card at Tractor Supply, and I scanned the code, and it gives packages that people can purchase for vet care on the days that the vet comes to visit on Sundays, 4:30 to 5:30. It does packages, the amount for them, what their services are, and they also provide individual services like trim nails, heartworm tests, vaccinations. The dates: May 4th, June 1st, June 29th, July 27th, August the 24th. And the spay and neuter clinic for the Humane Society, you have to register online. The dates are May 9th, May 13th, and June 13th. We've said this before, but they do not take pets that have the smashed in noses, dogs that's over 80 pounds, and no animals over 7 years old. But The 80 pounds, I mean, that's what they say, but when you can pick out the pound of your pet, it still shows 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, and on up pounds. So I don't know why they haven't taken that off. Are you hot?
I think she's just a little excited and a little nervous.
It was my driving that did this to you, wasn't it?
It's a new place for her.
Plant sale, May 3rd at Calls for Paul, starts at 9 a.m. That's their next fundraiser.
Do you know how much that generates during some periods? Okay, I'm just curious. Hopefully a good amount.
Don't always get that information.
Right, okay.
I can ask, but
I'm just curious.
Paul, now this is not Harrison's. This is in Madison County, but their Humane Society, now this is what I've seen, and I don't know if it's every Wednesday, I don't know what, but I saw Paws and Calls Pet Shelter in Madison County on Wednesdays from 10 to 3. Their adoptions are $10.
Oh, wow.
So, if that helps anyone.
Now, what's the name again?
Paws and Calls.
If you're listening and you want to know more about that, I would
call them because I mean it didn't say every Wednesday. I could not find that information. What I have found was Wednesdays 10 to 3, $10.
She represents Wanda represents the Ozark Humane Society, but we are all on the board of let's get your animals spayed and neutered and all that for any place that promotes that.
Like Gaither Rescue, I saw where some of the local. I think Batavia, the ladies that gather there, I forgot the Batavia Friendship Club, I think it is, they gather newspapers for Gaither Rescue and the Ozark Humane Society.
And there's foster opportunity through Gaither, I know. And that's something to look into.
And I'm sure the Humane Society needs fosters too, especially something like this little.
Right.
You wouldn't want to put this one in a cage with a big dog, which they have.
No.
I walked in this morning and she met me in the office.
She's been somebody's pet.
Rabies clinic is going to be at the Bergman City Hall April 19th from 9 to 1 p.m. Dr. Tim Addis is doing the rabies shots. 3 years vaccines, $15. Canine feline distemper parvo, $15. A canine bordetella, which you need if you board or if you groom, are $15. Microchips, 10, which that means a person has to go on and find their own place to put that information in for the microchip.
Okay.
The next guard, $25, and then on. I mean, he provides several services, but this is like the rabies clinics we had pre-COVID, where the veterinaries would go in certain businesses or places around the county on a date and then provide these services. But this is April 19th, which I guess is a Saturday.
Yeah.
But it's at Bergman City Hall, 9 to 1. Yes, it is. And I brought this, which we've had this on several times before, but I saw it in my cabinet in the garage, and I thought I'm going to bring it again. It has got a pulse. You turn it on, and the inside thing sounds like a heartbeat. Like if you have a puppy or even a sick animal, that's down, it sounds like its mother's heartbeat. It's like
I'm sure it's very soothing.
Yes,
to them.
It's a companion for. Now my elk hound that I got in December would shred this in no time.
Not all. I guess it's not meant for all animals.
No,
dogs.
If anyone has anything shredded, he's for free. He can do the job, but it would be to comfort and to help for storm separation.
Where do you get those?
I got it off of Amazon. I got it when we got the DNA test for Dobby.
Oh yeah, okay.
Snuggle
at
puppy.
the same time.
Let's see that.
Snuggle puppy is what it's called.
It says on the front what it's for. Fear down there.
Real feel, plush heartbeat, physical warmth, medication free, all natural. Calms fears, loneliness, and separation anxiety.
It's like a weather coat.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it is.
So to speak.
But it's so cute.
Yeah.
But
There's probably going to be a tariff on this because it's made in China.
Probably. I have a question. I don't know what my question is because it just totally went. Oh, remind us how people can help other than adopting a pet. There's other ways to help support.
I know that the Humane Society needs volunteers always.
Okay.
Newspapers, which are getting to be like eggs,
Yep.
they're extinct.
Yeah.
They need, services, if anyone wants to volunteer their services.
Right.
Gravel, whatever, appliances. They need wet and dry cat food, dog food. People can put on the account at Harrison Animal Clinic for the Humane Society and Pal Feed. Like this one, she had dry, she needs a little bitty bits.
Right.
Or canned.
Right.
Yeah. That dog is not 10 years old.
I just can't believe she's 10.
She's too active.
Yeah. You can also go to Pal Feed and
Put on
help
the account.
financially put money on the account, as well as at Harrison Animal Clinic, because they all help support the Ozark Humane Society with their vision and what they're doing there.
And I forgot the name of I'll think of it when I get home, but there is the groomer that takes their vehicle around and grooms.
And that's local, isn't it?
Yes, and is it turquoise?
Pooch?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
But whoever it is, someone trimmed her up, because like I
she
said,
looks
they
good.
said she was matted. But she would need the Bordetella shot for sure.
Right.
But she definitely does not need to be running loose at the state line. And
No.
bless whoever picked her up. They did a good deed.
Little Bit is available for adoption right now at our Ozark Humane Society here in Harrison, Arkansas. And I would invite you to go out and explore the territory there with all the other animals. But hey, if Little Bit's speaking to you right now, jump on it, because I don't think she'll be around longer.
She's just, it's on Rock Springs Road.
Okay.
Closed Wednesday and Sunday to the public. However, their workers are there all year.
It's at the Turquoise Pooch.
Okay.
That you're talking about. Okay.
They do a lot for the Humane Society.
Yeah, they're the mobile
yes,
unit.
Yes, they do.
We were talking about.
Yeah,
right.
They might need to come on to the show too.
Okay.
That's a good thought right there.
But
we like to focus on people.
But Little Bit,
like
we don't know her real name. We just know what they put in the computer. I suggested Queenie, Baby, Princess, but they already had those in the computer.
Well, she's cute.
They're all sizes of pets, breeds, everything. It's just she's able to be here in this table and stuff.
She's very well behaved, I must say.
She likes to be carried. I do know that.
Oh, she's a little lap dog. Well, she's available now, and there's so many ways to help support the Ozark Humane Society, and we invite everyone listening and viewing to do that. And you can take, gently used merchandise or things to the Cause for Paws, and that all supports the running of the Ozark Humane Society.
Thanks, Wanda.
Thank you, Wanda, and we want to look over here a little bit for being here, and Wanda, and we appreciate it. And get your dibs in on a little bit, because I think she'll be gone pretty quick.
Yeah.
I think people are going to go, I want that dog. Anyway, all right, we are going to take another break, and when we return, we'll go over some community stuff. We invite you to stay with us.
Thank
we'll be
you.
right back.
Josie.
Welcome back to Around the Table here in Harrison, Arkansas with Dan and I've just put a D on my name because I evidently don't know how to spell my name anymore. What
oh my gosh.
Flippin' doodah, Dan. Yeah. Well, it got a little chilly in the studio, so I had to
turn the heat off, or turn the heat back. No, turn the air conditioner off.
Whatever you did it. Hey, I want to remind people, Stone Bank is our sponsor here at KHLZ for Around the Table, and we thank
Boulder Banking
very much.
Boulder.
What were you gonna?
Who's Gail King? Do you know Gail King?
Yeah, she's with Oprah, or she used to be. I mean, she's.
Oh, okay.
I know
who she is. She's kind of her best friend. Sidekick maybe.
Yep.
Anyway, her and Katy Perry are among the all-female crew heading to space today.
Oh.
I don't know if they blasted off, but I saw the rocket this morning on the news.
Uh-huh.
And I had no idea that Katy Perry was going.
I didn't either.
Oh, boy.
Well, there you go.
CBS News Morning anchor Gail. Oh, she's a News Morning anchor. Okay, Gail King, pop star Katy Perry, and 4 other women are heading to space as the first all-female crew to do so. They'll step aboard the Jeff Bezos, the Blue Origin. Now, he's the guy that owns Amazon. The New Shepard rocket, which also includes a former NASA rocket scientist and team leader, Lauren Sanchez. They won't go into orbit, just 62 miles above the Earth, and not into outer space either. The entire trip is estimated to be 11 minutes. Why are they doing it? To promote space tourism and to have a great story to tell at parties.
Yeah, that'll be quite a topic, I would think.
You know, William Shatner went up.
Yeah.
Captain Kirk went up.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, yeah, I'm sure it'd be cool to do something like that. I mean, you're on a rocket and blah blah blah, but they never went into orbit.
Right.
They didn't go into space.
Right.
They just went up and they came down.
Yeah.
Kind of like getting up in a hot air balloon. I mean, you only go up so far and then you come back down.
I don't know how far they go. I really have no idea.
Yeah, well, they don't break the. I think they're still. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You can do more research on that if you'd like to know more.
It's cool. I think it's cool. You get to be weightless. They go up to the point where you're weightless.
Okay.
Of course, when you're falling off a roof,
you're weightless. Tell people that he's not promoting people to go jump off a roof. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Anyway, there you go. Just wanted to let everybody know that
that's happening.
That Blue Horizons is up in the air.
You betcha.
Scientists say the weirdest fish has got to go. We've got them here in Arkansas, too, by the way. If you see a creepy-looking fish, cut its head off. That's the advice of the officials in Missouri and several other states. They say that we're talking about northern snakeheads, which they say must be eradicated. There's too many of them. It's part fish, part snake, and it breathes air.
Really?
Oh, and it also eats everything in its path. That's the main problem since it demolishes entire ecosystems. It's destroying everything. I guess it's gotten out of control.
Wow.
So if you see a weird-looking fish, and it doesn't look like a fish, it's probably one of these snakehead things.
Kill it.
You got to catch it first. I'm not sure if the word snake is involved in the description of the animal that you would really want to.
I'm not sticking my hands in anywhere like that. I'm just saying. But you know what? If you want to do it, be my guest, I guess.
Americans are stocking up on canned goods and beer.
Okay.
Now, you know why? On Friday, China said it was going to raise their tariffs on U.S. goods from 84% to 125%. Wow. But Americans aren't waiting for food prices to rise, according to research marketing agency Consumer Edge. People are flocking to grocery stores to buy supplies, and they're doing it like it was an impending snowstorm.
Wow.
What's flying off the shelves? Well, the top 4 items purchased are anything in a can, like vegetables, coffee, ketchup, and beer.
Wow. Okay. There you go. Go stock up.
You know, the tariffs.
Uh-huh.
You know, I think that China has a lot more to lose than we do, because if they if they impose the tariffs that they're planning on, then we'll just not take the items.
Right.
But, I think Walmart came out and said it's going to hurt them. Well,
because they get a lot of stuff from China?
80% of what they have in their stores probably from China.
Well, there you go.
But the good thing about it is the Americans are talking to other countries, and those other countries will probably fill in the gap. So I'm not too worried about it.
Well,
I know things will change.
It is what it is, and I don't know what we're supposed to do about it right now. But, so there you go.
Yeah.
Go ahead, because I'm going to do some community stuff after we go to break.
Okay. You want to do some?
Well, we don't have time to do a lot, but we'll do a couple.
Yeah, we'll just fill these in for right now.
Easter egg hunt on the courthouse lawn Friday at 4:15. That is this week. It's sponsored by the Boone County Library Children's Department. So enjoy that little escapade on the courthouse lawn, and please, it's for 0 to 18 years old. So be mindful of that. Good Friday service Friday, April 18th at 6 p.m. at the Power of the Cross. It's Pastor Virgil Dennis, and this is the Arkansas PCG, which I don't know what that stands for. Do you?
I don't.
Fellowship and food following. Come as you are. For more information, contact Pastor Virgil Dennis, 573-480-9910. Okay.
And then also Harrison Bike Night starting in April. It's the second Friday of each month, and it starts in September, and it's going to be, I think they're going to be meeting on the square. So if you've got a bike and you'd like to network with other people or just commiserate, you can do that. It starts at 6 and will end at 8. And it has music, food, and non-alcoholic drinks. So
there you go.
Bring your Tang or your
water?
Knee Highs.
Your water or your knee high. Yeah, your Tang or your... Okay, Dan. Let's eat some Tang, or let's drink some Tang. Hey, we're going to take another break, and when we come back, we have a little more community stuff to run through real quick, but and then whatever Dan comes up, it's always Dan. It's always Dan's fault. We'll be back after this break. Stay with us.
Flinganese.
Welcome back to Around the Table. We are finishing out our Monday, the 14th hour here, and there's another event that Dan has in his hands that I'm going to let him hit on here.
It's the Alzheimer's Arkansas Support Group. As a caregiver of someone who has dementia or any chronic illness, you may feel overwhelmed and frustrated. Often it helps to talk with others about your problem and your situation. They're having a meeting at 5 p.m. Tuesday, or actually the first Tuesday of each month is going to be at the Countryside Assisted Living Conference Room at Rock Springs Road in Harrison, Arkansas. And the facilitator is Andy Anderson. And if you want more information about that, you can call Andy at 870-365-6680. It's debilitating. You know, my mother had Alzheimer's and dementia.
It's a family affair because everyone goes through it, you know. So it's a rough time for sure.
And you really just need just assurance that you know when you're going through that you see your loved one go from one stage of life to another stage, and you really need just to feel like you're not alone.
Well, and I think people definitely can find strength in talking to other people about it. Hey, the farmers market starts this weekend. I'm a little excited about that down here on the Harrison Square.
Yeah.
And it will run through November, but it opens at 7 a.m. till noon.
Well,
and there's
I'll
early
be down there.
crops that are, I guess, coming out. And I probably have baked goods, canned goods, craft type stuff as well.
Jams and jellies.
Is that your favorite? Are you a jam jelly person?
Can I
thought
change
you were
my
diabetic. How do you do that?
Well, what you do is you just she made me some my source.
Okay.
My supplier.
Yeah, we can't talk about that.
She made me some sugar-free.
Sweet.
And it's tomato jams and jellies. I don't like the jelly that much. I like the jams. I like the
Which one has the fruit in it?
the jams.
The jams.
And the preserves.
Yeah. And you
the
don't
jelly is just like
juicy.
Juicy.
Just the juicy stuff.
I don't. Yeah, I want the.
You want the crux.
I want to crunch on the tomatoes that I'm eating.
Well, good for you, Dan.
Yeah, I like
Anyway,
those.
that starts this weekend.
Oh, can I change my top 3 to tomato preserves?
Sure, you can change it anytime you want, Dan.
Okay.
Also,
there may be like 4 or 5 of my favorites.
I think that probably it's hard to narrow them down to 3.
It is.
But somebody posed the question that way.
Especially when you go to a restaurant, you go, "Oh, that's my favorite."
Every time.
Every time.
Also, Jeep and Casa, April 26th. Go sign up at www.casaofna.org. It will be a ride of your life.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if it's a ride of your life.
Well, it'll be a fun ride.
It is,
anyway.
and it's for a good cause.
Yeah.
Casa.
It's a great way to support.
Court-appointed special advocates.
Yeah.
So I would invite you to take part in that.
And then once again, they have their yearly Bible reading marathon. This is 2025. Come and show your appreciation for our Savior and His favor and grace to us by reading His Word at the Bible reading marathon. You can sign up to read portions of the Bible with them on April 30th, 2025 from 9 to 5. For more information, you can call 870-204-2039. That number again is 870-204-2039.
All righty. We are like a minute and a half left. So,
oh boy.
With that, do you want to do some today is?
This is in May. We don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, we'll hold off on the May stuff till
let's do
till I decide to say it. How about that? Today is National. Oh, this is a weird day. Ex-spouse day. Seriously. Do we need to
do we celebrate it or
that?
Thank goodness we're not with that spouse
Just because
anymore.
you're not together anymore doesn't mean you hate them. And especially if you have children involved between the two, there should not be a hate fest. Whoa, I was not ready for that. All right, what else? National what?
National Gardening Day.
Okay.
If you haven't started your garden, you should.
Yes,
Everybody's
you should.
starting their garden. International Moment of Laughter Day. That was a moment I couldn't resist. Oh my gosh. National Dolphin Day. National Reach as High as You Can Day. That hurts. I'm going to stop right there. Gayle King and Katy Perry are going to Space Day.
Yep.
And then WNBA draft starts tonight. I'm not sure where that's going to be.
Do you know what tomorrow is?
I don't know. I forgot.
Really?
No.
It's tax day.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Tomorrow is your deadline. You've got till 11:59 p.m. on Tuesday. Hey, thanks again to Stone Bank for being our show sponsor. And we will be back tomorrow with all kinds of stuff for you. Won't we now, Dan?
We will.
All right.
Have a great day, everybody.
See y'all.